stand in front of Boeing's Everett factory, and the first thing you notice is not the building itself, but the scale of the ambition. This is not simply a plant, it is a landscape under one roof, the largest building on Earth by volume, stretching across more than 98 acres and enclosing roughly 472 million cubic feet of space. It was opened in 1967 to build the 747, but today it serves a new flagship of long-range flight, the Boeing 777X, a jet with a list price that once climbed to around $400 million, and a machine designed to push the limits of size, efficiency, and industrial precision. The 777X is Boeing's attempt to reinvent one of the most successful wide-body aircraft families ever built. The 777-9, the largest passenger version, is more than 251 feet long and designed to carry around 426 passengers in a typical two-class layout. Its wingspan, fully extended, reaches about 235 feet. That is the span of a machine built not just to fly, but to dominate long-haul routes with quieter cabins, lower operating costs, and greater aerodynamic efficiency. But inside Everett, none of that begins as a finished airplane. It begins as a controlled storm of raw structures, unfinished sections, specialized tooling, and parts arriving from across the aerospace supply chain. A modern wide-body is not built from scratch in one corner of one building. It is assembled from massive subassemblies that converge with astonishing precision. Nose sections, center fuselage barrels, aft body sections, wing structures, tail components, landing gear, electrical systems, cabin equipment, and engines all arrive in carefully timed sequence. Each part carries its own tolerances, its own inspection history, and its own place in a choreography that cannot drift. The first stage is receiving and preparation. Huge fuselage sections enter Everett as hollow cylinders of aluminum and composite structure, already recognizable but still far from complete. Technicians inspect them, rotate them on fixtures, and begin outfitting them even before the airplane exists as a single body. Interior panels, system supports, window structures, and early cabin hardware can be installed while sections are still separate. That is the logic of aircraft manufacturing at this scale. Time is too precious to wait. Work begins wherever access is easiest. Then comes one of the most dramatic stages in the entire build, body join. This is where the aircraft stops being a collection of major parts and starts becoming one machine. Fuselage sections are aligned and drawn together with exacting care. Fastening systems, heavy tooling, and automated equipment lock them into a single continuous structure. On a jetliner this size, alignment is everything. A mismatch too small to catch the eye can create aerodynamic penalties, structural stress, or costly rework. So the join process moves with deliberate calm. Every seam is checked. Every interface must meet the invisible geometry of the design. Boeing pushed the 777X further into automated manufacturing than earlier programs, especially in repetitive precision tasks like drilling and fastening. That sounds simple until you remember what is being automated. These are not flat panels on a small assembly bench. These are giant curved aircraft sections, and every hole has to be exactly where it belongs. The machines bring repeatability. The people bring judgment. In Everett, one does not replace the other. The factory depends on both. If the fuselage gives the airplane its body, the wing gives it its future. And on the 777X, the wing is the breakthrough. Boeing chose to build the largest composite wing ever made for a commercial airliner. That decision demanded a massive new investment just north of the main factory, the Composite Wing Center, a facility of roughly 1 million square feet. Inside, the mood changes from heavy assembly to near surgical control. Carbon fiber tape is laid down by automated machines across giant tools to form the skins, spars, and stringers of the wing. Here, even contamination is a threat. A speck of dust trapped between layers can compromise a part, so the environment is tightly managed because these wings are not just big, they are among the most advanced structures Boeing has ever attempted to manufacture. Once the carbon fiber layups are complete, they move into one of the most imposing machines in the aerospace world, the autoclave. At Everett, these pressure vessels are enormous, with chambers about 28 feet in diameter and 120 feet long. Each weighs more than 1 million pounds, and each door alone weighs around 55 tons. Inside, heat and pressure cure the composite material, transforming it from layered carbon fiber into hardened structural bone. It is one of the hidden miracles of the 777X. The wing that will one day flex over an ocean begins in a sealed cylinder under immense pressure, invisible to the eye but critical to the airplane's performance. After curing, the composite components still have a long journey ahead. They are trimmed, drilled, and inspected repeatedly. Composites offer extraordinary strength and lower weight, but they demand rigorous verification. Only after passing through that gauntlet do the parts move toward final wing assembly. The result is a wing with extraordinary span and efficiency, long enough to reduce drag in cruise and help cut fuel burn dramatically compared with older jets. But that wing created a practical problem. At full span, the 777X is too wide for many existing airport gates. Boeing's answer is one of the aircraft's signature features, folding wingtips. On the ground, the outer tips rise upward so the jet can fit the airport footprint of earlier 777 models. In the air, they extend to deliver the aerodynamic benefits of the full span. It is a rare thing in aviation, a solution that feels both futuristic and deeply pragmatic. The airplane becomes larger in flight and smaller on the ground, adapting itself to a world built for an earlier generation. Back in final assembly, the moment arrives when the giant wing meets the body. Wingmate is pure industrial theater. Overhead cranes and positioning systems move these immense structures into place with almost unsettling smoothness. There is no rush, no wasted motion, only controlled mass. Once attached, the aircraft's silhouette appears in full for the first time. The tail follows. Control surfaces are installed. Flaps, ailerons, and fairings transform the airframe from a shell into a true flying machine. Then the inside has to catch up with the outside. Wiring bundles snake through the fuselage. Hydraulic lines, avionics, air systems, insulation, lighting, and cabin infrastructure are added in dense layers. A modern long-haul jet is really two machines, the aircraft that flies and the environment that keeps hundreds of people comfortable while it does. Boeing designed the 777X cabin to be quieter, more spacious, and more comfortable, with larger windows, improved humidity, and a lower cabin altitude. But those passenger comforts depend on an unseen forest of systems buried behind panels and beneath floors. Then come the engines, and suddenly the airplane looks complete. The GE9X is the largest and most powerful commercial aircraft engine ever built, with a fan diameter of 134 inches and record-breaking thrust. Mounted beneath the wings, they give the aircraft its final sense of force. Until that point, the jet looks enormous. After engine installation, it looks alive. Even then, Everett is not done. The airplane enters testing. Systems are powered on. Flight controls are checked. Folding wingtips must operate flawlessly. Software and hardware must agree with each other every time. Only after layers of verification does the aircraft move to paint, where primer and livery turn a raw airframe into an airline's future flagship. From paint, it rolls to the flight line and delivery center. Fuel goes in, engines start, taxi tests begin, and at last, the same machine that arrived as separated structures, carbon fiber tapes, and unfinished panels moves under its own power. It leaves the floor of the world's largest aircraft factory and heads toward the runway. That is the real achievement of Everett. It takes something almost too large to imagine and makes it methodical. It turns raw parts into a $400 million aircraft, not through a single act of genius, but through thousands of precise acts of discipline. Inside that vast building, scale and precision are forced to coexist. The machinery is colossal, the tolerances are microscopic, and from that tension, the Boeing 777X is born.